I remember the Warriors post series, I think, were very complimentary of the task he is to contain offensively. I remember Draymond went on like a long thing about the respect he gained, just like guarding him one on one, but also everything else you have to shut down because of him. But I do remember, they dragged him into 100 high screens every game. They were making him play in space. And then to me, that's maybe the question mark that still remained entering these playoffs, right? At the highest level, could he survive defensively in the right targeted scheme against the wrong opponent? And I think he's been adequate defensively. It's not like he's, shined defensively, but like, has there been a point in these playoffs where you're like, oh man, like, can he play right now? It's like, that they're really going at him. I mean, I think the Lakers at times tried in the series, but
Man,
it's not like it was just a gold mine when they were going after him.
yeah, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but AD struggled far more than I think most would have thought going in, even in one-on-one settings. I thought he was very good defensively, and again, the production is historic. Got to give Jamal Murray his flowers too, because I actually thought it was a fairly close MVP vote, which sounds just insane when you're talking about Jokic finishing this series with I think 27, 14 and 11 or whatever it was. But Jamal Murray averaging 35 roughly for the series was incredible, and the timing of some of his performances, whether it was a great start that they needed in a first quarter or a great finish with a 23-point fourth quarter. So they look good. And like you said, Fred, we'll talk about the finals plenty down the road. But the Nuggets, this team that had not really been taken seriously for the past couple of years, is getting it done.
Yeah, they also part of Jokic looking totally solid on defense is I really think what we're seeing from Denver defensively right now is the concept we talk about all the time, which is continuity. Like, just look at that final play of the game last night when LeBron goes left to the basket with Aaron Gordon on him, and Jamal Murray reads it perfectly, comes over and just gets his hands on the ball when LeBron is going up, right? To me, that's just like, I know where Gordon's going. I know how he's going to defend this. I know how much time is left on the clock, and I'm scurrying over to double right now because LeBron has no more time to pass. There were a lot of moments like that for Denver defensively during this series. First of all, I thought Gordon was awesome during the series. He's such a good fit for them. He's so good defensively. I thought he had a really wonderful series, even in those moments where offensively he like wasn't there, he wasn't shooting the ball, he was being helped off of and hurting their spacing and all that. I just thought defensively he was so important for them, and I think they are really, really good, communicating. They're really good in knowing where each other are at every given moment, and Jokic is a big part of that too, where he's good at that kind of stuff, and like they'll send him far from the rim, and he's quicker footed than he really looks. And I think defensively they really understand their identities, and it really shows in those kinds of moments where like the Lakers probably have more defensive individual talent. Bruce Brown's been huge for them too, but the Lakers probably have more defensive individual talents. They have a lot of individual defensive talent, but that team was just put together. So they have moments where it's like, it's a little tougher. There's a lot of stuff they're trying for the first time.
They're reliably deeper than other teams in the West. And honestly, I mean, they are a very worthy West winner. But also, I think we can look back at the West playoffs in retrospect and be like, man, like weaker than it has been previously, right? Memphis as the 2 seed just kind of crumbled. Kings is the 3 seed, great season, but faltered against the Warriors in the first round, and a Warriors team who revealed itself to be pretty flawed. The Lakers, that Suns Clippers series, you look back in that first round series, like, the Clippers fell apart physically. The Suns just weren't, like, talk about a lack of depth versus reliable depth. I think that showed in the second round. So the path, I think, kind of opened up for the Nuggets, and may open up beyond this season in the West for the Nuggets. If you really think about, their largest competitors, potentially the Lakers getting old and potentially their best player retiring, although I know Sam has a column on that, very skeptical of it, which